Good morning, Crocs. Today is Monday, February 3rd. I'm Junior Alejandro de la Rua coming to you live with today's morning announcements.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a minute of silence. You may be seated.
The first thing to understand about Douglass is that he spent 20 years as a slave, both on the eastern shore of Maryland and in Baltimore. He suffered or experienced virtually all the physical and psychological traumas and scarring that slavery could wreak upon a human being. He also had the good fortune of being sent by his owner, Thomas Auld, to Baltimore, to a city, to an urban area where he not only found work in the docks, although dangerous work, but he was able to expand his literacy and expand his worldview and see the sailing ships and make friendships in the streets of Baltimore, not only with young white boys, but with older black preachers and eventually with the free black community of Baltimore. But Douglass left slavery with a rage in his heart, a scarring in his soul that he needed to vent and expend throughout, frankly, most of the rest of his life. And he was very lucky, I would argue, that he was able to do this through language. He didn't have to do it through physical violence. Because he became such a master of words, he was able to expend that rage in his soul in his speaking and in his writing. Millions of Americans saw their country, their story, through the ancient biblical story. But Douglass made the most of it, and he delivered few speeches that didn't have direct lines or paraphrases from especially Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. So only through those kinds of biblical stories could Douglass tell the story of his own people. Douglass's entire family went to war. He recruited two of his sons, Lewis and Charles, into the famous 54th Massachusetts Regiment. His third son, Frederick Jr., enlisted to be a recruiter of black troops in the lower Mississippi Valley. And his whole family, in effect, was at war by 1863, whatever the outcome might be. And for Douglass, this war was what he had dreamed of, and its results also were what he had dreamed of.
For today's lunch, we will be serving cheeseburger, french fries, baked beans, and fresh fruit with milk. Our Valentine's Day campaign sale is happening now. Make Make sure to purchase a flower for a friend for $2. Middle school students also have their Valentine's party tickets on sale. Both pre-sales end tomorrow. The VPA Showcase is having a school-wide contest for a t-shirt design this year. Make sure to submit your designs to win 2 tickets to the Spring Showcase, as well as a free t-shirt. Entries due February 10th. That's all for today. As a reminder, Crocs, today is an A-Day. Have a magnificent Monday here at PPMH.